there, this is Mrs. Lyle. Welcome to our weekly art video. We will be covering Unit 5.01 through 5.06 today. Just briefly, we're going to jump into the regions of China, Japan, and India. I do have some drawing activities for you if you choose to do them. And reminder, you do need to be reading in your content in the online course because there's no way we can cover all of that and keep these videos short enough to be interesting. The 5.0 quiz is due this Friday. Remember, we have an assignment due every Friday. All right, so our first stop will be China. Just brief. Which of these do you like or are you most interested in learning about? So these are kind of three different areas, so be thinking about that. This is one of those areas. The calligraphy is an art form, so this is something you could do on a piece of scratch paper if you like. You could pause the video and draw this Chinese character for love if you like. I do have a video break for you. Shinzo is the one who painted on the right, and what the video is for the one on the left. It's a quick demonstration of some Chinese ink painting. I will have that, again, all these links will be below the video for you, so you could pause this one and go watch that one. So Shinzu was a Chinese painter from the Ming Dynasty, and he used black ink only to emphasize expressive brushstrokes. Zhu made figures tiny. He wanted to emphasize the smallness of humans in relation to nature. All right, so quick dip into Japan. Have you seen this print before? It's quite popular, quite widely used. I've seen it on a mural in Austin before. So this is a woodblock print. Katsushika Hakusai produced artworks during the late Edo period in Japan using wood blocks. Wood prints are called ukiyo-e, a Buddhist term meaning floating world, referring to the Buddhist idea that the pleasures in life are fleeting or transient. They believed in cherishing the joys of life while they last. So the drum bridge here is made with wood blocks. The carver makes a different wood block for each color of the print. Can you even imagine? The printer prints the black lines first, lets the ink dry, and then does the other colors on top of the last. They line the wood blocks up perfectly so the colors stay inside the black outlines, and I'm sure they have some kind of a form of registration where they can keep those things lined up. Still looking at this painting, what type of balance do you think that it has? But choosing between A, which is symmetrical, and B is asymmetrical. So an example of symmetrical would be a butterfly. So if you fold it in half and then open it back up, both sides are the same. Asymmetrical, that would not be the case. So this one is asymmetrical. The artist creates asymmetry by placing some objects off center, like the figures on the bridge, and cropping other objects, such as those buildings. And again, things that you see highlighted, you will probably see again. So here's a time when you can stop the video, take 2 minutes, and Google what are the two religions that greatly influenced the art and architecture of Japan. In doing that and doing your Google Fu, you may have found this. You may have found Buddhism and Shinto were the two religions that greatly influenced art and architecture in Japan. Buddhism is based on the teachings of a person, while the goal of Shinto is purification. The goal of Buddhism is enlightenment. All right, we're going to take a quick stop in India. And while we're here, we're going to do drawing from description. So you can pause the video, go get a little piece of scratch paper. It could be the back of an envelope, get a pencil or a pen, whatever you like to draw with. This will be our second drawing activity option. I'm going to describe an image and you will draw it. So as we go through this, I will do the description, and you can pause this video anywhere you need in that description to pause and draw those items. This isn't for a grade, it is a mind break for creativity. So I drew these on the back of an envelope just to give you an example. You will start with a large circle, but leave room around the sides, a little more room at the bottom than the other sides. You will just draw one large circle. I was just showing you how it could be placed on different pieces of paper, different sizes. All right, so pause this, go get your supplies. Welcome back. All right, I'm going to start my description. So you have a large circle that doesn't go all the way to the edges, a little bit more room at the bottom. You're going to put tiny little hands on the outside of the circle. There's probably 30 or 40 in this item that I'm describing to you, 30 or 40 tiny little hands, and you could do shapes instead of actual fingers for all of those things. The next thing we're going to do is down at the bottom, there is a base for this circle. It looks like an upside down bowl. So draw an upside down bowl that's touching the bottom of the circle. There are some little dots around the edges at the bottom of the circle, just decorative. All right. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to describe, there is a person standing on top of the base. So there is 1 foot on the base. And then at the very top, touching the top of the circle, this person has on a type of a crown or headpiece. So the headpiece is what touches the top, 1 foot touches the bottom. The arms touch the sides, so one arm touches each side. The arms are not straight, they're bent. So this person is big enough that has to bend the arms to touch the sides. All right, so I'm standing on one leg. The other leg is in the air and crosses over the front of the body. You have your 2 arms touching. You've got the head, you've got the headpiece on top. There are about 5 or 6 strands of hair on each side of the head that come out from the side of the head and touch the insides of that big circle. And then there's another element. There is a 3rd arm that crosses in front of the body going the same direction as that other leg. So make sure you've paused and you've drawn before you come back in, and I will show you what we were drawing. So this is the image I was describing to you, and you may see this again in this unit. This is the Shiva Nataraja. All right, how do sculptures of the Shiva Nataraja reflect beliefs of the people of India? Just a quick little knowledge check. A, Shiva sculptures have symbols and gestures important to Hindu beliefs. B, the sculptures depict Indian emperors as peace-loving leaders. C, Shiva sculptures were traditionally placed in tombs to honor the Buddha. Or D, the sculptures demonstrate the separation between gods and humans. If you're reading your material, you would know that it is A, Shiva sculptures have symbols and gestures important to Hindu beliefs. We're going to do a few other of these quiz type features, and you will see them again in your content. Which sentence best describes Inca textiles? A, weavers use chemical dyes to produce brilliant colors. Or B, colors and patterns on them identified where people lived. So that is actually B, these colors and patterns identified where people lived. All right, so I do want you to take 2 minutes, pause this video, and go Google the Aztec sun calendar. It will help you with the next question. Welcome back. Which sentence describes this Mexica stone calendar? A, the glyphs on it tell the Mexica history of the world. Or B, the pictures on it are purely decorative. That one is A, the glyphs on it tell the Mexica history of the world. Everything on there is very intentional. All right, how does the Temple of the Inscriptions reflect Maya beliefs? A, it served as propaganda displaying the might of Lord Pakal and gods. Or B, it honored the massive work crew that carved and hauled the stone blocks. It is A. It did serve as propaganda, displaying the might of Lord Pakal and gods. What is one characteristic of Royal Maya portrait sculptures? A, they depict rulers with lifelike accuracy. Or B, they depict rulers with the Maya sense of ideal beauty. That one is B, depicting the Maya sense of ideal beauty. Here are 2 other drawing activities. You could choose one or choose both if you like. Again, the links to these videos will be underneath this actual weekly video. And be sure to share your art on your class portfolio wall for any of these drawing activities or any other artwork that you like to do on your own. This is not a place to turn in work for a grade, but to share with each other. So look for the link in the list below the video. All right, if you would like a little extension, if you want to learn a little bit more about uh, transferring images in a key block, which is part of the woodblock printmaking process. I do have this video link for you, again, with that list of links below. Just some reminders, the 5.06 quiz is due this Friday, assignment every Friday, right? Stay on top. You are welcome to work ahead. Thank you for joining me for this. Remember to watch your weekly videos, read your content, look at that semester checklist because it's going to tell you what's coming so nothing catches you off guard. Thanks. See you later.